The Non-Experts podcast was made possible by KCLC and Lindenwood University.
However, the opinions expressed on this show do not reflect those of the university.
Today's episode is brought to you by Audible. You get a free audiobook download and a 30-day free trial at audibletrial.com/nonexpertspodcast.
Over 180,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player. I'm Romero.
And I'm Chris.
And we're the non-experts.
We're not therapists.
Or lawyers.
Or firefighters.
We don't have any licenses or degrees.
So join us as we talk about news and pop culture and say whatever we want.
Because we're the non-experts.
Hello.
Howdy.
Hi. All right, so I was digging through the archives and recalled an occasion where we recorded an episode.
Right.
And we never put it out because I couldn't find it.
Okay.
And it was supposed to be the last one of the last season.
Right.
And like I said, I never found it. I finally found it. Mm-hmm. And so I thought it'd be a nice surprise to have a blast from the past.
Right.
Episode. And it was our only episode with a guest.
And that's the one that we lost.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, I think that makes it even more of a treat. Because not only is it lost files,
right,
but there's a special twist.
Yes.
You're going to hear exclusively the opinions of not only myself and Chris, but the Truman Wheeler. It should be fun. Sit back and enjoy. Come one, come all, to the grandest show in podcast history. You are now tuned in to the Non-Experts Experience with myself, Romero Starks, alongside Christopher Brookman.
Oh, yeah.
As well as
we have a special guest.
Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Truman Wheeler. I also go to Lindenwood University, and I think that's everything interesting you could say about me.
Nice.
Real quick, why are you so special to be on here?
That is a really good question. I talked to Chris one day, and then Romero came in, and then I was asked to be on this show.
Fair enough. So it's our fault. Okay.
All right. Works for me.
I'll take it.
Okay, so the first thing I have that I wanted to talk about that I thought was interesting because, we've already kind of talked about it, but Breaking Bad has a movie announced. They're going to make a movie.
No.
And I figured I've never seen Breaking Bad. Have you seen any Breaking Bad?
Yeah, I quite often Breaking Bad has not just a marathon, but a top to bottom catch up on every single episode ever. So occasionally I'll turn on the TV and be like, let me just watch some of this, and boom, I've watched 3 episodes with no real context as to what happened before this. With these 3 episodes, I understand what's going on. So yeah, I've seen a little bit of it.
Have you seen any Breaking Bad?
I haven't seen any of it, actually, but I have some friends who have told me a lot about it. I know it's something a lot of people care about a lot. There's references everywhere.
It's one of those it's the same with The Matrix and that kind of stuff. If you tell somebody that you haven't seen it, they freak out.
Excuse me, you haven't seen Breaking
exactly.
Bad.
Mm-hmm.
There's an instant judgment that comes about whenever you tell people, so you just avoid the conversation.
No,
altogether.
I have not seen it.
Well, also my mother has watched it and enjoys it. My mother's a teacher. Breaking Bad's about a teacher, and he ends up selling drugs and becomes a very kind of strange, crazy, dangerous man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why that appeals to my mother. I don't know if it's the teacher part or the going bad part, but let's just hope she doesn't go or
it's
break
the meth
bad.
part.
It's the meth. Mom, please don't start selling meth.
But I figured, I haven't really seen much. Truman hasn't seen much. You've, seen bits and pieces. I thought, what other TV show that you are a big fan of or have seen that you would want to see turned into a movie?
So here's where the weekly nerd comes out, as we always somehow end up talking about nerdy things. So Netflix has a great variety of Marvel shows that I'm sure you both have heard about. I'd love to see something with any of Luke Cage, Daredevil, or Iron Fist, Jessica Jones turned into a movie, a Defenders movie, Heroes for Hire movie, or just anything that finally incorporates them into the fold of everything else that's going on. First and foremost, those things would be great movies.
Just anything to break them out of that sort of like TV bubble that they're all stuck in.
Well, they both have all of them have great casts and like cool stories that people have waited to see, and they have like allusions to the actual like cinematic universe, and you're like, okay, so are they gonna mix in? And Marvel's just been like, I don't know, maybe, probably not. Like, come on, do it. So,
Right.
You know they have the money for it. It's just like, I think at this point they're getting to a point where they have so many movies that are coming out all the time, they don't want to compete with themselves.
yeah. It just, I mean, at this point, just hit the Shia LaBeouf button, man. Just do it. Just do it. So anyway, what about you guys?
Oh man, honestly, I don't even know. I don't end up watching that much TV. I watch so many movies all the time that it sort of falls through the cracks.
Any movies that you'd like to become TV shows?
Oh gosh,
Yeah,
I don't
let's hit
know.
you with the reverse.
No, but like back with the TV thing though, I mean, like I would probably watch like an Archer, or an Archer movie because I've seen every single episode of that show and I watch it pretty religiously.
That's fair.
I'll go stereotypical and just, either a Friends movie. That would be so much fun. Or Arrested Development movie. Would be pretty. That's what I would want.
I don't know. When I think of funny things like The Office or Always Sunny, I think I could sit through an Always Sunny movie.
I could too. I forgot. I actually love that show more than Archer.
I love Always Sunny. Like, it's a solid hour and some change, 2 hours of that. Nothing but like belly laughs. Oh man, that'd be great.
I feel like with some of those shows though, I'd probably just like cringe out of my skin after watching, like an hour and a half of those people just being so awful to each other. Like eventually, like I think it would get to me on a psychological level.
As long as the McDoyles are involved in the movie, then it'd be great. Also, if you decide to do this, cut us a check. Me and Truman want in. He can direct. I can provide some comedic value. Chris, have you seen Always Sunny?
I've seen bits and pieces.
So he can provide bits and pieces of input.
I'll just stand and watch in the background.
Let him be an extra. Just throw him in there. Let him walk past in the background Alrighty. So, you may or may not know, The Grinch has been rebooted.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the movie should be on the way here pretty soon as holiday season approaches. And this will be the third rendition in our lifetimes, at least, of The Grinch, right? Because we had the old school animated one, and the was it Michael Myers?
No, Boris Karloff.
Is that who played
the original, like in the original cartoon?
No, like the live action.
Jim Carrey.
Was it Jim Carrey?
Yeah.
I wanted to say Jim, but I didn't feel like it was Jim. Anywho, now we have
any Whoville.
you shut your mouth. Oh, Michael Myers was
It was the Cat in the Hat.
There we go.
Yeah.
Almost the same thing. They're like cousins or something. Anyway, so now we have the animated version, and first of all, how do you guys feel about that? Like, are we just going to keep doing that? I guess we're at that weird point now. We're like halfway through our 20s, so we're just going to keep seeing stuff that we grew up with rehashed.
I'm pretty sure at some point every single Jim Carrey movie is going to be remade.
Yeah.
Like, they've already done at least one or two of them. And yeah, this one is just, it feels weird.
Yeah, it just feels odd.
I don't know why it's necessary. You know what I mean? A lot of these reboots and stuff, it's like, is it really necessary?
Let's just label this block the unnecessary reboots, because we got another unnecessary one after it. It just, I don't know. Like you said, it just feels like something feels off. Like, why are we having this?
The only thing that I really don't mind is that they are trying to do like a new sort of tone, a new spin on it, something like that. So like they brought in Tyler, the Creator. He's adding like this sort of like, his own like grungy like style to it.
Right.
But that being said, I don't know how different it's really going to be. I mean, it's still going to be
The Grinch.
Yeah. Mixed with Despicable Me.
Right.
Right. Yeah. Because it's the same company.
Right.
Some melodies. So yeah, from that angle, the soundtrack alone, I think that'll be kind of cool. Seeing
It'll change a decent amount. I don't remember what the soundtrack was for the Jim Carrey one.
Yeah, it was just orchestral. You know, it wasn't, but you know the kids are gonna love this movie.
Yeah.
Because they love all the Despicable Me movies.
Do it for the kids,
the Lorax. Well, isn't this the company's second Dr. Seuss adaptation? Because they were the same people who did the Lorax. Yeah,
I forgot about that.
So they're doing the Grinch now. Maybe they're just gonna do all of them.
Well, I guess this makes you really think like it's only a matter of time before we see Cat in the Hat.
Yeah.
Because first of all, I love that movie. That was
it's terrible movie.
No, it's fantastic.
It's great.
I could talk about it all day.
Cinematic masterpiece.
No, I love that movie. As awful as it may be in some eyes, that's top notch. So I just feel like I don't know. I guess we're just like we're getting in that old age, and it's not even old because we're all like 23, but like we're getting in that age where everything feels like been there, done that.
Right?
Why are you redoing it?
Well, it just shows like how different like the 2000s were because they started like putting people in gross, horrible suits, to do these sort of like
they look really scary.
Yeah, like adaptations of cartoons, and then it's like now we're bringing it right back to, but like they're just like cartoony animation mixed with like realistic textures and that sort of thing. It's really odd.
I think that's probably what makes it the weirdest. Like the first animation was like straight off the pages of the books, same like art style. Then that's what I always think of when I think of the Grinch movie. I think of that little girl and like the weird, like the weird makeup and stuff. No, it felt odd. Like, oh, these people look really strange. And now, like you said, like animation's the new key, and they're just taking off and running with it.
It's gonna be less disturbing, I think, than the Jim Carrey one. But like disturbing's good sometimes.
Well, that's what Tyler the Creator's there for.
Yeah.
All right, so another unnecessary reboot that I thought was interesting. They're going to reboot Shrek. Shrek it's less than 20 years old. Why?
Listen, Shrek is a classic, a very great, just beautiful top to bottom trilogy of animation.
It's more than a trilogy. They did a fourth one. They actually think there's 5. I'm pretty sure there's 5.
Is there really?
I think there's 5.
I don't remember anything past 3, to be 100% honest with you.
Yeah.
Okay, can we just like go through this for a second? So there's Shrek, and
Shrek,
then Shrek 2,
Shrek 2,
Shrek 3.
Shrek
What
the
happened?
third.
What happened to Shrek?
I think there's Shrek Happily Ever After or something like that.
I think that's number 4.
4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now I remember the name. I don't think I saw it though.
I think 5 was time travel, right? Like, didn't they like go into? Some
I think
time
that was
travels?
the 4th one.
That was the 4th one.
Yeah.
What?
All right, let's see.
Okay, where are these other 2 movie holes that I'm missing?
Okay, maybe I lied. Maybe there was only
4.
There is 4. Yep, because there's supposed to be a 5th one released as early as 2019, but I don't know if that's what the reboot is. Because if then that wouldn't make any sense.
Right, it's not a reboot; it's a continuation.
Right,
but either way, at that point, well, why?
Do you think they're gonna do the whole like Grinch thing, and they're gonna just clean it up and like make it look sort of cartoony and Despicable Me?
Yeah, I hope not either, because Shrek is kind of famous for having that crude, like fart jokes, burp jokes, and that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
butt picking.
Yeah.
What are you doing in my swamp? There's just too many great quotables from Shrek. Listen, just don't touch it. All right, it's a masterpiece.
Well, and we talked about this before, but like when they rebooted Spider-Man, I'm like, Spider-Man came out less than 10 years ago. Why are we doing this? Why does it need a reboot? Why does anything need a reboot?
Well, there's this whole thing like Spider-Man. They were supposed to be like a 4, 5, 6, and then you had people like, I don't want to be known as Spider-Man my whole life. Shut up, Tobey Maguire.
You
Kirsten
are.
Dunst.
You are.
You should be fine with being an idol amongst men and children. Like, you should be happy with that. So that just didn't work, and then the second one didn't work, and Marvel was like, okay, give me my things back. But yeah, Shrek, like, there's no reason to do that.
Well, to an extent, like I feel like Spider-Man exists, not in a particular time frame necessarily.
Right.
Whereas like some of these things are really like slices of life of like a perfect time in a space where it's like something like Shrek. It's like it had a Smash Mouth soundtrack.
Exactly. My thoughts. Exactly.
It was gross. It was horrible. They originally cast Chris Farley and then ended up going with Mike Myers, which is just like the two biggest names from like a long gone generation.
Right.
It feels really, really odd that they're going to take something like that exists so perfectly in the early 2000s, and then now they're bringing it into 2018,
Rebooted.
2020, whatever.
Which is why I'm hoping that it is just a continuation. So just,
right. Well,
if you're gonna make another one, just stick with what's there and keep moving.
Well, and that's a term that like gets thrown around, reboot, and some people take that as they're just they're gonna like redo it, like remakes.
Yeah.
But some people think a reboot as in like we're bringing life back into it, like you said, a continuation. So I guess we'll see.
It's like Full House. Like when they brought Fuller House into the mix and everything, it's like nothing about Full House screamed
transferred
we
over.
need to bring this into a new generation.
Yeah.
Right. Everything just existed so perfectly in its own like time and space.
Well, even like us, we grew up on Full House, and Fuller House came out, and I was like, no.
I didn't watch a single
I was
episode.
like, no, I don't want this. I was fine with where it ended off on Nick at Night. Like, I don't need any more.
That's how I feel about that Young Sheldon show. I'm like,
Yeah,
nobody
why? Who asked for this?
Nobody,
Right.
nobody wants it.
So I guess moral of the story, as we ventured off from Shrek, is stop continuing things that you should just leave be. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Right?
Shrek is perfect. Let it be perfect.
A masterpiece.
Well, they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming.
Donkey.
Hey guys, I hope you're enjoying the episode. Romero is not here this week because I kicked him off the podcast. I'm just kidding, he's out of town, so it's just me here to tell you about a special offer from Audible. They're going to be offering you, yes, you, a free audiobook download with a free 30-day trial to give you the opportunity to check out their service and see what they have to offer. So if you're looking for a recommendation, then I've got one for you. Tina Fey is one of my favorite comedians, and she released a book back in 2011 called Bossy Pants. The audiobook is narrated by her and was even nominated for a Grammy, so you know it's got to be good. To download your free audiobook, go to audibletrial.com/non-experts-podcast. Again, that's audibletrial.com/non-experts-podcast for your free audiobook. Enjoy the rest of the show. All right, Romero and Truman.
Yes.
Tell me.
Do you both like Thanksgiving?
Well,
It's a loaded question.
This is a loaded question.
interesting. I like the food. I don't actually celebrate Thanksgiving.
But you like the Thanksgiving food?
I eat a lot of the leftovers. Mm-hmm. I'll come to the house after the fact and be like, thank you. I'll take all of this.
It feels like it's a lot of like discomfort, for, very little reward. It's like you have to spend a lot of time with people that you generally don't like spending time with. And then, you have to feel awful after you eat. Well, I guess you don't have to, but I always
You
do.
likely will.
But do you like the food?
The food's amazing. Absolutely.
Like turkey, Thanksgiving,
why is it
mashed potatoes?
Why is it locked to one day out of the year, though? I mean,
That's true. That's true.
Why can't we just make good food
let's
all the time?
Let's have a good turkey tomorrow. Some nice mac and cheese, some potatoes. And,
anyway, the reason why I ask, Pringles is releasing some Thanksgiving-themed potato chips.
I'm going to stop you right there.
Mm-hmm.
My phone just buzzed. It looks to be a text from Chief. Let's see what it says. This just in as of 7:09 p.m. Chief says, Christopher, this ain't it. We don't need themed potato chips. Carry on. What are the flavors? I'm interested.
All right. Well, the first one that they listed was pumpkin pie.
Okay. I'm going to
You
stop
lost me
again.
already.
Yeah.
I'm ready to stop you again.
You just imagine pumpkin pie and
No.
potato flakes.
Why?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's horrible.
Second one is stuffing, flavored potato chips.
See, I would eat that.
I'd be willing
Personal
to try
preference. Yeah.
That one I feel like I would try. The pumpkin pie one, no.
Also, I'm not very familiar with stuffing. See, there's this like disconnect. and I think it's a cultural thing, but I think white people eat stuffing, black people eat dressing, and they're similar, but they're not the same thing.
I thought they were the same thing.
I think they are very similar, but they're different.
Well, people make stuffing different anyways.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's kind of hard to judge.
I'd probably try it. If Truman bought some, I'd love to try one.
Well, there's one more. Turkey flavored potato chip.
See, I'm also open to that one.
It's really, honestly, it's just the pumpkin pie that makes me uncomfortable. Like,
yeah,
stuffing isn't an odd, like, you know, I can't really think of what it tastes like to imagine it as a chip, so I'd probably be like, sure, let me try it. In turkey, like, I feel like you can't mess that up. You know, like Lay's has done the innovative chips before, and some of them I've been willing to try because they sound good, and some of them I'm like, God, why would you even think to do this?
The pumpkin one I can get, but how do they get a turkey flavored? Like, how do they get turkey flavor?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, is this like drippings from like like a turkey? You know what I mean? Like,
it's just like it's like turkey
know what I
broth.
mean?
I
Juicy
assume.
turkey.
Exactly. Like,
They just throw some chips in the turkey broth.
like, how are they getting this flavor? I don't know if it's just like a placebo. Like, you see the word turkey and you're like, oh, okay, yeah, it tastes like turkey, or I don't know.
Right.
Maybe it's like I have no idea, like turkey broth and salt.
Well, and then
like that.
of the other things that you could have thrown in, maybe they use like the little chicken bouillon cubes or something.
Yeah.
No.
But, like,
It's turkey fat.
Of the other.
All right, so we have a special guest, obviously, and he actually prepared a game for us, Romero.
What is this game in which you speak?
So this game is something I came up with today, and I call it Controversial Celebrity Smash or Pass. So basically, I'm going to name off a celebrity. Some people love them, some people hate them, and you guys are basically just going to tell me, very briefly what you think about them. You know, whether you'd smash or pass. Gotcha. So the first one, Elon Musk, smash or pass?
I don't know, because I love the whole space thing, but I feel like he's really weird, like especially on Twitter.
Yeah, I would say that. I mean?
I want to secure the bag. I'm a smash. Cut me a check, man.
I mean, it's like the whole thing with him, like, calling someone a pedophile on Twitter, and the whole aspect, of him just being like a jerk to everyone around him. But then at the same time, he goes on Joe Rogan, and he like smokes weed, and but he's also like sending people to Mars or whatever. It's like you kind of got to respect the absolute cojones on that guy. Okay, so also I don't know if you guys are as familiar with this one, but I'm sure you've seen him. Gritty, the Philadelphia Flyers mascot, smash or pass. Do you guys know?
I'm forgetting what he looks like. Right? Oh no, he's scary looking now, right? Like he's big and orange and like frightening.
Yeah, so basically Philadelphia unveiled this new mascot, and let me see if I can find a picture of him real fast just to show you guys. But basically, he's a little scary. He kind of looks like if Jim Henson, pulled something out of the garbage and just put it together. And he's like their full-time mascot. The NHL was like really, I don't know. It was a big thing on Twitter, like
I
too
remember.
long ago to be relevant. I also can't pull up a photo right now, so I apologize.
Wow.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Only because I know exactly what he looks like. 100% pass. That thing is like, no. It's kind of frightening, honestly.
Yeah. I guess I'll say pass too, even though I have no idea.
So that one was sort of like lighthearted and fun. So let's go to something different. Drake.
Smash.
Okay. Are you guys familiar with like the reason people would pass on him right now? Like the current reason?
His baby? Or
no, I forgot about that though. That was a whole thing.
The thing with Millie.
The thing with Millie, yeah.
Listen. I still listen to R. Kelly's music. And he was actually doing stuff.
Yeah.
Jake,
this is a good point.
This is allegations. And I've already paid my money to go see him Saturday. So, smash.
All right, cool.
I'd say smash. He's my favorite Canadian.
Of all the Canadians you know.
Right, yeah.
Of the four that I know of, he's my favorite. Could you name 4 famous Canadians, right?
I'm a hockey fan, so I can name a million.
Well, see, that's like I immediately think of basketball players that I could name. But like as far as like just Canadian folks that are like celebrities or like actors.
I can only really think of 3. Drake, Jim Carrey, Justin Bieber, Michael Cera.
Oh, he screams Canadian. That makes sense.
Canadian?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
But
I can't think of a
think about a
fifth one.
Canadian. Think about Michael Cera.
Yeah. No, that's a good.
It makes
point.
a lot of sense.
Red Green, if you're familiar with Red Green. I don't know why you would be, but Red Green's Canadian.
Yeah.
What the hell is red?
Yeah, good point.
That sounds like an odd in-between color you want on your wall.
It might be the whitest human being to ever live. But yeah.
Time to Google him.
Yeah. Thanos. Smash or pass.
I would
Again, with his career.
Yeah, no. Thanos had a successful career. I mean,
I think he's
how can you pass?
still
on
having
that?
a pretty successful career.
He accomplished all that he wanted, no matter the obstacles. He just always, coincidentally, through plot protection, got exactly the stone he needed to continue his course.
Sure.
And he was too cool to be beat. And he was one of those villains that you're almost like, yeah, I'm okay with him winning. I'm okay with this. So Smash, I support it. I stand it.
Sure.
Pass. I don't want to get snapped away.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah, that's the only thing about the snap is it's like anybody can get it. There's no protection. So maybe on that thought, pass. Like, but I'm gonna pass from a distance. Like you do you, man. I'm not gonna try to stop you.
Yeah.
And hopefully when you snap, I'm still around. If not,
yeah,
we'll see. But
that's very understandable. Well, that's all the people I have. Are there any other sort of like controversial celebrities that you would smash or pass?
Taylor Swift, I would pass.
Oh,
Hard pass.
100% pass.
Hard pass.
Not even.
We've talked about her a lot.
Are we playing hot potato right now? Like we're all severely passing right now.
Yeah.
We're just,
Yeah.
Nope. There's a
I don't
trash
like
can over there.
snakes.
Just there's a snake in my boot. No, I'm not a Taylor Swift fan. No.
No.
Sure.
Did you just bring her up after talking about Kanye?
Sorry.
After talking about
Sorry.
Kanye?
See, yeah, it's like
mortal enemies.
it's like we all smash
fan
Kanye,
bases,
and then
yeah.
like none of us
We're
smash
like, no,
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift,
Nope.
get out of here. No, Beyonce had the greatest music video of all time.
What about Kim Kardashian? Like just going in that same circle, smash or pass. Again, with the career aspect.
I would pass.
Yeah, I would pass.
She's not that smart. Romero, don't
talking
even.
about careers.
Don't
We're
even.
talking
Don't
about
even.
We're talking
careers.
about careers.
Mhm.
I don't.
Also, Gritty did that, like break the internet photo shoot that Kim did. Yeah, it
With
was
the
pretty
champagne glass
great.
thing.
Like he had the champagne glass. It was the whole thing was
Nice.
I'll pass because I don't really know what Kim Kardashian does. She's very successful,
Mhm.
but like, if you went and asked the common person, "Hey, what does Kim Kardashian do?" They'd be like, "I don't know." Like you can say Khloe or you can say Kylie does like the cosmetics thing. You can say her sister Kendall does modeling. But if you ask like, what do Khloe, Kim, or Courtney do? People would go, keeping up with the Kardashians. So I'll pass because I don't know what you do. Like you don't do anything, but you make a lot of money doing it.
right.
Yeah.
Which in that case, maybe I'll smash because I want that career. Like nobody knows what the hell I do, but I make tons of money.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's a good setup.
I'll smash. Yeah, I'll smash. I'll take it.
Okay,
Well, yeah, I really enjoyed that game. That was fun.
Yeah,
that was fun. Thank you, German.
you're so
You're
welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome to the non-experts, my friend.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we have to get him a medal or a sticker. Or
Oh,
something,
yeah.
Chris.
Definitely
I'll accept food.
a participation medal.
Ooh, see, food really isn't in the budget yet. We're still working on the funding.
Looking for some sponsors.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I had a great time.
Yeah,
It was fun. Yeah.
Likewise. It's just sad that it's over now. So maybe one day down the road, Truman can return.
I'll never be back.
All right. Well, we have an open spot, so if anybody ever is interested in joining in, feel free to contact myself or Christopher via email, text, or Instagram, even Twitter, and let us know. Maybe we can get you in here. Have a good night or day, depending on when you're listening. Whatever. Enjoy it.